Another risky auction purchase. We're gonna find out if we did good or bad. That's right, I showed you this beautiful wrapped C6 that we purchased at auction, and I told myself that we would leave it wrapped for 15 days. We'd market it really good, see what happens, and it's got a lot of attention. It's actually the most attention car that we have had in our inventory over the last 30 days. Yes, I left it wrapped for 30 days because of so much attention that this car got. But now we have a potential buyer, and the potential buyer says that he does not want the wrap with the exception of a few areas. So Mr. Chevy Dude is going to do the honors and start taking the wrap off because I got more important things to do.
I'm working.
You are?
Yeah.
Then get in there and work.
Okay.
Now listen, that was way too easy, and it does not happen that way in real life. She's doing it for the camera, I promise you. It's currently 64 degrees here in southern Indiana, and I just sold my twin turbo C8 that was wrapped, and we unwrapped it. And I said to myself, I'll never do this again. And then I asked my boys over at CKL Wrap, how much will it cost to unwrap it? And they told me $100 per hour. Now, I think that's fair dollar amount for the work that they're going to do, but I can't afford to pay someone $100 an hour, because if this takes 20 hours to unwrap, that's $2,000. So it's going to come down to me doing it. It's been sitting out here. It should be all heated up. We're gonna start taking it off. And I didn't buy this at the auction I'm about to tell you about, but we're gonna talk about the worst auction in the United States to buy from and why we're never buying from them again. All right, just a couple minutes in, and I can tell you that this should go a whole lot easier than taking the C8 wrap off. One, it's warm out. It was probably, what, in the teens when I tried to do the C8?
I don't know.
It was cold. I was sick. You were sick.
I was sick and didn't help.
You're still sick right now?
No.
Sick to my face. Much better going off. So the number one comment on TikTok was that, oh, you never buy a wrap car at auction because there's always underlying paint issues. Well, I don't think there is, because this film is really, really thin, and you can see all the way through it, and it's actually not even leaving a sticky residue on this, which is good, because that means we're not gonna have to clay bar the entire car.
Nah, boots Bruno on Miley, when I pop out like likeness, polished, briefcase, no wallet. Just blew a bag like.
So this is coming along so much better than the C8. It's amazing what outside heat temperature does, rather than trying to use a heat gun to get this going. But
you mean a little experience doesn't help?
Experience definitely helps as well. We've literally been working on this for 25 minutes, maybe, if that. So you guys know that we've been buying cars at auction, and it's a good source. Well, there's this company called Caroffer, and basically what they do is you set up matrices? How do you say that?
Matrices.
It's a matrix of what type of cars you want to buy. But the bad thing about it, and I had this feeling when I first talked with them back in September or October, is that I really didn't like the idea that you don't get to pick and choose the cars you want. They just say, okay, here's a car, and off it goes, and they automatically debit your account for the car price. And
well, explain that a little bit better.
Okay, what is it?
It's basically, you tell them you want, say, a 2018 to 2019 Toyota RAV4, and you tell them I'm only willing to pay up to $25,000 for it, which is way too low. And as soon as they find a dealer willing to sell that car for that price, then they go ahead and start an inspection. And then after it passes the inspection, they're like, okay, here you go. But you don't get a chance to look at the inspection report and decide.
The very first time that we dealt with them, we actually sold them a couple cars, because back in December, we were experiencing brand new, and we had some cars that we bought in November that we could actually make a little bit of money on. And so we sent them the titles per their request, and they're supposed to pay you within 48 hours. Well, what, 7, 8, 9 days later?
Something like that. It was a long time.
It was a long time. We weren't paid, and we're incurring interest on our cars, and we actually had money due to the floor plan company, and this was our first car that we were going to pay off with the floor plan company. So you have 7 days to, once you get the title from the floor plan company, to pay that car off, and we were going to be past our 7 days, and they luckily gave us an extension, because at 2 a.m. in the morning I'm up worried about this, which we kind of talked about that in our 90-day update. So that was like the first strike. Just super slow, and they literally just don't care about you. All right, we have some laborers here. They were just watching. He's gonna get paid. She is not gonna get paid. and I expect her to do double the work that he's doing, but unfortunately, he's already done 10 times the amount of work that she's done.
Tedious stuff.
Tedious schmedious. Get to work, lady. So the other issue we have as we're finishing up this wrap taken off with Caroffer is the fact that they don't drive the cars, right? They don't tell you anything about it. So like we got an Equinox and we had to arbitrate that, which is fine. I have no problem arbitrating cars, but the fact of it is they, again, just was slow at doing everything. They went a week and a half without telling me anything, and eventually what I had to do was pay for a service to find the CEO's email address and a couple of other executives, and I literally sent an email to the CEO of the company and other things, and it was a kind of a nasty email because I wasn't being taken care of. And you can imagine yourself the frustration level when you're trying to spend money with people or get an issue resolved and there's no communication of the frustration level that you get. And that's kind of where I was at, as I was pretty frustrated. Most issues can be taken care of with conversation, right? Just with having a dialogue. A lot of times those frustrations go away, and they just weren't doing that. So I had to do that, and eventually they bought back that car too. And I kind of think this is a little shady as well. The Toyota Camry that we have over here. We bought it for, how much did we buy it for?
$18,500.
$18,500. We had to put tires on it, so that was another $700. And so we own it. We have the detail and all that stuff. And we can't arbitrate tires, right? So
no brakes, no rotors, no tires, normal wear and tear. They don't allow you to arbitrate, but Mannheim does.
Right. And the fact of it too is, if I'd have saw all these tires the way it is, and at the price point that they were selling this to me for, I wouldn't want to buy that car, because I know I got to spend way too much money to make a profit, and I literally have this sitting out on my lot with like $120 worth of profit, and that's been sitting there gaining floor plan interest as well. So we'll probably sell that car and lose money. And then the slap in the face is they have it, you can sell your cars to Caroffer, your inventory automatically goes in there. So that means that my car that I bought from them is in there, and it's for $1,000 cheaper than what I bought it for. And that's just kind of a slap in the face, and just kind of rubs me wrong that they're like, hey, we're gonna sell you this car for $18,500 or whatever it was, and we're going to give you $17,500 on it now. So that's kind of crappy, I think, in my opinion. And then the other issue that we have with Caroffer is they don't allow you to handle your own transport. And I caught them overcharging me for transport, and then they're using a broker, which is why brokers are no good, and why I try to handle all my own transport and offer, you know, my customers, if they want to ship a car like this one is going to California, and I'm like, hey, listen, I got you, I can hook you up and take care of you on the transport cost on the car. But the issue is for Cincinnati, Ohio, we bought this car and they charged us $300. They were trying to pay a transport driver $110 to transport that car, and all day long I can get it from Cincinnati, Ohio for $115, or excuse me, $150, and enclosed transport with $300. So, and then they ship really, really slow because the broker is offering such a low cost for the shipper that they don't make money. So therefore, nobody wants to pick it up. So it takes a really long time in order for that car to get picked up. And we had another issue of over 30 days of getting a car, right? See the whole time frame here of everything is slow with Caroffer. That for 30 days we had a car north of Michigan in Detroit, just never got picked up because it was on the books for too long, and they tried to cheap ship it and stuff like that, and that cost us money as well.
We actually got a phone call was it earlier this week or last week? Last
week, yep.
The transport company that finally decided to pick it up.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna drop that off to you.
Yeah, it's not coming here.
So we're gonna get done here with this and see if there's any paint issues. That's the big thing. And yes, we're done. And I'm retaking this door panel off because she did not clip a connector back in because
no, I connected it.
The windows don't work, lady.
Hey, I connected it. It went in. That's
what she said. Rich, bring your tools. I broke something. Well, the good news is there's zero paint damage to the car from the wrap. Obviously, with 60,000 miles on a 2006 car, there's always going to be something. I don't know what the heck she did to this door that we have to get Rich to help us out, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can get it fixed. If you can't get it fixed, you're going to have to look for a new job.
Oh, good.